Have you ever walked into a room and felt like you'd got emotional X-ray vision? Like you can just vibe out everyone's mood before even saying hi? It's kind of like being a superhero, but instead of flying or having super strength, you're rocking this intense ability to feel what others are feeling. Cool, right? But let's be real. Sometimes it feels more like a glitch in the system than a superpower. Suddenly, you're carrying around everyone's emotional baggage like it's your own. Have you ever felt that way? Imagine this. You've got this knack for tuning into the emotional frequencies around you, figuring out how to dodge the bad vibes and soak up the good ones. But why do we even do this? Is it something we're born with, or is it more like a survival skill we pick up along the way? Dolores Cannon is a legend for exploring the unseen, the unheard, and the deeply felt. In her groundbreaking work, she dives deep into the ocean of empathy, energy, and the essence of being human. She draws a picture of how the energies we encounter every day shape our inner worlds. Imagine having a guidebook that helps you understand why you feel what you feel and how to manage it. That's the kind of wisdom Dolores brings to the table. So, here's the deal. This whole empathy thing, it's like our internal defense mechanism has become a superpower. From a young age, some of us learn to tune into the emotional channel of those around us, hoping it'll make navigating the world a bit smoother. It's as if our emotional survival depends on it. We start picking up on vibes, good or bad, and sometimes it's hard to tell if what we're feeling is ours or someone else's. But let's dig a bit deeper. Why do we do this? Often it's about seeking approval, fitting in, and making sure we're not stepping on any emotional landmines. It's like we're playing this complex game of emotional chess, always trying to stay one step ahead. And for many of us, this game starts early on, rooted in those moments when we felt overlooked or underestimated by the very people who were supposed to have our backs. Now, here's a twist. Ever noticed how some of us empath types end up attracting the exact opposite kind of people? Yeah, I'm talking about the ones who take and take, leaving us wondering, what's in it for me? It's about finding the balance between connecting with others and protecting your own energy. And through it all, remember, your sensitivity is your strength, a beacon of light in a world that could use a little more understanding and a lot less judgment. Empaths, you know the drill. You're like emotional sponges, right? Absorbing vibes left and right, fine-tuning your radar to catch every little emotional wave in the room. Imagine this. From a tender age, you've been tuning in, adjusting your vibe to match the room, always in survival mode. You step into a space and instantly know who's a friend, who's a foe, who's down, and who's just pretending. Sometimes it's hard to tell where you end and where others begin. You morph into this chameleon, changing colors to blend in, to be accepted, and to feel safe. It's like you're playing this emotional tug of war, constantly pulled towards others' needs and away from your own essence. But why? It boils down to something deep-rooted, a fear of abandonment that's got you performing this intricate dance of appeasement. Let's shift gears and look at another dynamic, the empath and the narcissist. It's like they're drawn to each other by some cosmic force, each teaching the other a vital lesson about self-worth and boundaries. The complex web of empathy and narcissism reveals a profound truth about human relationships and their ripple effect across the fabric of society, our families, and our deepest personal interactions. At the heart of this exploration lies a dynamic that's as old as time, yet as relevant as ever. The magnetic, yet challenging dance between empaths and narcissists. This relationship, which exhibits a stark contrast between selflessness and self-aggrandizement, sheds light on the delicate balance of human connections and its significant influence on the world around us. Empaths, with their innate ability to feel and absorb the emotions of others, navigate the world with a deep sense of compassion and understanding. In stark contrast, narcissists move through the world with an inflated sense of self-importance, often manipulating and exploiting the empathic nature of others to serve their own needs. This interplay between giving and taking, healing and hurting, sets the stage for a complex dance that influences not just the individuals involved, but also the wider circles they touch. Children, the most impressionable and vulnerable among us, often bear the brunt of these interactions. They grow up witnessing the sacrifices of the empath and the demands of the narcissist, learning lessons about love, worth, and boundaries that will shape their own relationships and self-perception for years to come. The legacy of these dynamics can ripple through generations, influencing how children view themselves and their place in the world. Understanding the interplay between empaths and narcissists is crucial for fostering a world where compassion, integrity, and mutual respect prevail. It calls for a collective awakening to the importance of boundaries, self-care, and the recognition of our inherent worth, independent of our roles in the lives of others. By shedding light on these dynamics, we pave the way for healthier relationships, more resilient families, and a more empathetic and equitable society. Dolores Cannon, a trailblazer in exploring the deeper aspects of our psyche through past life regression, touched on these themes in her profound work. She uncovered the layers of our consciousness, revealing how deeply we're connected not just to those around us, but to the universe itself. Her insights provide a comforting reminder that we're part of something much larger, a tapestry woven with threads of energies that transcend time and space. So there you were, reflecting on this whole empath-narcissist dynamic, wondering why it felt like I was always adjusting my sails to catch someone else's wind. It dawned on me, this pattern wasn't about them, it was about you. I had to start asking, what do I want, instead of constantly scanning the horizon for approval or validation. This shift wasn't easy. It was like relearning how to walk, but this time in your own shoes. You began practicing saying no without a courtroom's worth of evidence to justify it. Just a simple no, full stop. And let me tell you, that was a game changer. There we were, a group of individuals suddenly realizing how our energy affected not just ourselves, but the space around us. When we focused on bringing our energy back, grounding ourselves in our own being, there was this undeniable shift, a magnetic pull that drew us closer, not through neediness, but through genuine presence. It's funny when you think about it. This dance of giving and taking, of pleasing and demanding. Both sides of the coin, the empath and the narcissist, are trying to navigate their needs, just in very different ways. But at its core, it's about authenticity, or the lack thereof. Awareness, as always, is the first step. Recognizing these patterns within ourselves can be uncomfortable, sure, but it's also liberating. It opens the door to healing and to understanding the deeper wounds that drive these behaviors, like those feelings of abandonment that might stem from childhood. Addressing these inner child wounds isn't just about looking back with sorrow, it's about nurturing and providing the emotional support we might not have received when we needed it most. It's about healing those parts of ourselves that still feel alone and that still cry out for attention and love. So, as we dive deeper into these reflections, let's remember that it's okay to feel, to need, and to seek understanding. It's all part of the journey towards finding our true selves and embracing the complexity of our emotions and experiences. And in that space of self-discovery, we find not just healing, but a profound sense of connection to the world around us. Diving into the depths of our being, we often stumble upon echoes of past pains and whispers of traumas not originally ours. Imagine carrying the weight of generations, their fears and their struggles, silently woven into the fabric of your existence without even knowing. It sounds like a plot twist in your personal story, doesn't it? This fascinating journey into the realms of inherited traumas and emotional legacies is something Dolores Cannon explored with keen insight. In her work, she peeled back the layers of time, revealing how past lives and generational energies shape our present selves. It's like standing at the crossroads of time, where the past and present intertwine, each thread a story, a lesson from ancestors we've never met. Now think about this for a moment. What if the fears you face and the patterns you find yourself trapped in didn't start with you? What if the key to unlocking your fullest potential lies in understanding and healing these ancestral wounds? There are many third eye opening sessions around the world. Mark Wolin, the author of It Didn't Start With You, delves into the intricate tapestry of our genetic memories and emphasizes how the emotional legacies passed down through generations have an impact on our lives. It's a profound reminder that we're not just individuals navigating through life, but carriers of our family's history, tasked with healing not only our wounds, but those inherited from our lineage. It's particularly intriguing to learn that much of this inherited trauma is passed down from our mothers and their mothers before them. It's a cycle, an ongoing narrative that shapes our lives in ways we're only beginning to understand. By becoming aware of these patterns and acknowledging and addressing them, we start to break free, setting not only ourselves but future generations on a path of healing and growth. The still face experiment, a stark representation of how vital emotional mirroring is between a mother and her child, underscores the importance of connection, of being seen and understood. It's a powerful demonstration of what happens when that connection is interrupted, even momentarily. The baby's distress, the yearning for reassurance and connection, mirrors our own inner longing for validation and love. This experiment sheds light on moments of emotional abandonment many of us might have experienced, moments that left us questioning our worth and our right to be nurtured and loved. It's a poignant reminder of the gaps we strive to fill, often looking outward for the acceptance and validation that should have been ours by birthright. This process of healing is about more than just mending the wounds of the past. It's about reclaiming our power and our agency. It's about rewriting the narrative, not as victims of our history, but as architects of our future. So as we navigate this complex web of past influences and present challenges, let's remember the strength that lies in vulnerability, in facing the shadows with courage and compassion. Let's honor the journey of those who came before us, not as a burden, but as a beacon guiding us toward a brighter, more conscious future. Navigating the labyrinth of our inner world often reveals patterns and energies that operate on autopilot, silently steering our lives without our conscious consent. But here's a thought. While mending connections with our parents can be transformative, it's not always possible for everyone. The dynamics vary, and sometimes, despite our best efforts, certain gaps remain. Ever heard of the Divine Mother archetype? It's a nurturing, loving presence, offering unconditional support regardless of the circumstances. This concept, beautifully explored in Autobiography of a Yogi by Yogananda, introduces us to a source of love and support as steadfast as Mother Gaia herself. Consider Mother Earth, with her endless capacity for renewal and support, a testament to unconditional love. And what about the Divine Masculine? It embodies stillness, protection, and stability, a rock-solid presence to lean on. These archetypes represent energies available to all, regardless of personal history or spiritual beliefs. They are facets of a universal support system, guiding and protecting us as we navigate our healing journey. The simple act of being in nature wasn't just a retreat, it was a reconnection with a nurturing force that filled the gaps left from childhood. It was a reparenting, a soothing balm for the parts of me that yearned for comfort and understanding. In practices of meditation, we can explore and seek to connect with the Divine Mother, inviting her energy to reparent and heal those unsoothed, unnurtured parts of ourselves. It's a profound practice, one that acknowledges the need to nurture and soothe ourselves, to integrate those parts of us that were left wanting in childhood. If you're looking to deeply embed the insights from this exploration and heal your inner child, I encourage you to try the Inner Child Meditation. It's a tool designed to bring presence and healing to those aspects of yourself that may have felt unseen or unheard. Commit to this meditation for 21 days and witness the transformation in how you relate to yourself and the world around you. The journey of healing and self-discovery is an ongoing adventure, one that invites us to look inward, to connect with universal energies, and to embrace the endless potential for growth and transformation. As we continue to explore, let's remember that the path to healing is not just about revisiting the past, but about integrating and nurturing all parts of ourselves, paving the way for a future filled with deeper understanding and unconditional love.